Hey, Sean, it's Barb. Welcome to MVP. And I'm so happy to be here with you today because you are our first place MVP winner this year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, M&D. I just want you to know I'm just extremely gracious. It meant a lot to me to be chosen as the MVP. I just want to let M&D know that uh, because of everything that y'all provided for me, uh, I'm in a much better situation than I was previously before I came to M&D. I got a lot from out the program, and I want to encourage anybody out there who wants job training and want to start their career. I would encourage you to definitely go to M&D, a great organization, great people, and I love y'all.
What a great intro, Sean. Thank you. And for those folks watching who don't know what the MVP celebrates, MND celebrates each year remarkable men and women who have gone through our program and just, really taken advantage and shown their motivation and dedication. And Sean, that's exactly what you've done. So I want to share a little bit about your story because you just gave MND a whole lot of credit, and we really appreciate that. But you're the one who deserves a whole lot of credit. So I'm going to start with just the training itself because you started the training in February just before COVID hit. And we actually had to stop programming for a brief period of time, regroup, and you had to finish online training. And I'm sure that was some challenges, but also before you came to MND, you were experiencing some challenges that you kind of thought would hold you back from getting a great job. So I'm going to let you kind of share a little bit about before you came to MND and going through the training virtually.
Well, before I joined M&D, I was released from federal prison, and I served 15 years straight, and that was a challenge, to not be able to physically be in the presence of my family, in particular my kids. So, that was a challenge in of itself. But I definitely can attest that, I came out a better person. And, immediately upon my release, I immediately wanted to acquire some type of skill set, job training, so I could, begin and start a career. So I discovered M&D through Facebook. I seen the training that it provided. And just so everybody knows out there, everything was completely free. I mean, free. I mean, you can't beat that.
Okay, so
I have a
it's not free because you have to put in your motivation. You have to put
true.
in your hard work. You have to commit to succeeding. So that's what you pay for it.
I agree. I concur. I concur. But I mean, just to let everybody know, I mean, I didn't have to spend any money out of my pocket to acquire the job skills and training that I received from MND. Anybody who's interested in working at the port, anybody who's interested in driving and obtaining their CDL license, anybody who's interested in acquiring computer skills, anybody who's interested in knowing how to complete and draw up a resume. I mean, M&D offers all of these things, and it's completely free. And like Ms. Barber just said, only thing you have to pay is with your effort and with your dedication. So, uh, and during my time at M&D, what made the program great, in my personal opinion, was the teachers, because you just can, you always can feel sincerity. And I just completely felt the sincerity of all of the staff there, that they had a direct interest in my success and all of the other students. I mean, you could feel it. It was in the building every morning when we attended class. all the way from the upper management all the way down to the actual teachers. I mean, it was just a great experience, and
That's great.
I definitely can attribute, my success to M&D, no doubt.
So, Sean, I want to talk to you about some of the obstacles, because a lot of the people who come to M&D experience obstacles. And I'm going to talk later in the week with some folks who own businesses and their obstacles and their struggles, because no path is easy. It may look easy on the outside, but no path is easy. And you actually, beyond COVID, you had to get special permissions to attend M&D. You were dealing with the requirements of the state of Maryland and the restrictions that were on you temporarily, and yet you just pushed through. So, when I talked to your coach and all of the people who worked with you in our program, a couple things kept coming back: motivated, determined. They described you as open to feedback. They talked about the growth of your character and how you were just so determined to succeed. There's a lot of folks watching. We have 2,000 Facebook followers, and there's a lot of folks watching who say, this isn't a good time in my life because I'm dealing with this issue, or I don't have that going for me, or this would interfere with me attending. 2 or 3 sentences. What do you say to the people who think their obstacles are too big to get through the training?
Listen, at the end of the day, my answer to that, I read something a long time ago, and essentially said that, you can escape poverty through education. So, and that's always been stuck with me. So, those obstacles that I had in my path, and that may be in others' path, just know that with education, you can get through all of it. It'll help you get it completely through it. Like, it's unequivocally true. So, if anybody that believes, that their obstacles could some way hinder, them, making it further along in life, or obtaining a job or getting a career, education can help you through all of it. So, that was my whole, thing before I started M&D, was that you always have to specialize in something in life. You have to have a skill set, some type of trade or craft, to have a successful career. So that was my whole objective when I was introduced to M&D. So, my thing I would say to anyone out there who've had obstacles or things in their pathway that could, hinder their movement: education. And that's what M&D offers. Education. I mean,
that's great. And you've mentioned having that skill set, and you went through the training program. You are now a production staff. You are making a good dollar an hour. I've been informed you've just in the past few months not only completed our training, landed that job as a production worker, but you've started a savings account, you've purchased a car, you're living independently. I mean, the whole world turned around for you because you did have a special skill and you were able to connect with a great employer. So, I mean, knowing that there's so many opportunities out there, it's got to feel really good. And as we close today, M&D does have a lot of connections to a lot of great opportunities. We do have those specialized skills that we want to teach. What do you want to say to all the people watching, whether they are someone who may be wanting to take a program like ours, or whether they're, someone in the community who wants to help folks like yourself continue to get this opportunity for free? What would you like to say as we close?
Well, I would say this. Anybody who wants to try to begin to start a career, M&D is the place to go. And I would also like to ask anybody out there who has any interest in helping people who are trying to turn their life around and begin their careers, please give the M&D. It's an organization that is absolutely worthy of the donations they need to continue to help people such as myself, because M&D changed my life and helped me. And I'll never forget when my first day at M&D, they had a huge classroom. When all on the board, they had writings all over of previous students, and it was just messages that everyone had wrote about the program. And that was the first thing that stuck out to me about M&D. I just saw all of the writings, and it was nothing but glowing remarks about M&D. So I'm personally asking anybody out there, I mean, it could be $5, $10, $20, any whatever, give the M&D. It's a great organization. They need your help, because help M&D help, the citizens out there in Baltimore who had those obstacles in their path, and they're trying to start anew. Like I said, once again, I'd like to thank Maryland New Directions again. Y'all were wonderful. You were instrumental in helping me transition back out into society. Thank you.
Sean, you just made my job easy, because now all I have to do is say, if you do want to take Sean's advice and give to Maryland New Directions and help folks in similar circumstances take this training program for free, you can visit our website, www.mdnewdirections.org, or give us a call, 410-230-0630, and ask for Barb. Sean, you're a walking, talking commercial, and I see bright things in your future.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.